In this video, we'll show you how to set up the subwoofer output both on the RCA output and on the rear speaker level output on your new Pioneer in-dash receiver. Even though your particular in-dash receiver may have buttons on the side or along the bottom like this one, and may or may not have a DVD player built in, the on-screen and button operation in this demonstration is identical for the following Pioneer AVH-EX models: AVH-200EX, AVH-201EX, AVH-210EX, AVH-211EX, MVH-200EX, MVH-300EX. Your Pioneer in-dash receiver has 3 sets of RCA outputs for operating external amplifiers. The bottom set of RCA outputs here can be used to operate an external subwoofer, and the rear speaker outputs can also be used to operate an external subwoofer. Let's show you how to set those things up. So from any source, and I'm on the USB audio source right now, I'm going to touch the gears here, and I want to come down to the speaker, which is my audio settings. Now, right now, you can see my subwoofer is on. I can also choose to switch the subwoofer off. If I've chosen to switch the subwoofer off right here, when I scroll down a little, I can't get to my subwoofer settings. My subwoofer settings aren't available. So let's go back up, and we'll choose to switch the subwoofer on, and now we'll come down to our subwoofer settings. Under the subwoofer settings, this is my crossover point and my slope for the crossover. So I can choose to change that crossover point down to 50 Hertz, down to 40, 31.5, and all the way down to 25 Hertz as the crossover point, and that will go all the way up to 250 Hertz. So I can choose any of those crossover points from 25 Hertz up to 250 Hertz, and I have my choice of slopes for that crossover: 30 dB, 24, 18, 12, or 6 dB per octave at any given crossover point. So for right now, I'm going to change this to 50 Hertz. There's my crossover point of 50 Hertz, and I'm going to change this to 24 dB per octave. There we go. There's my crossover point and slope for the subwoofer output. Next up is the phase control, and right now we are in the normal phase. We can also choose to switch that to reverse phase. It's very important to try the phase control in your particular vehicle. You may find that the reverse phase or the normal phase works significantly better than the other one. Try them both in your vehicle. Choose the one that works best for you. And finally, over here is our LPF, or low pass filter. That's the crossover itself. We can choose to switch the low pass filter on or off right here. So let's go back up. Here is the speaker level. We'll choose that. And this is my subwoofer output. Here I can choose to boost or cut the subwoofer output as compared to the other speakers in the vehicle. So I can add up to plus 10 dB on the subwoofer output for my particular system here, and this does not affect the output of any other speaker in the system. So that's a plus 10 dB, and this will go back down to minus 24. For right now, I'm going to make my subwoofer at 0. Let's go back up. So that's a look at the subwoofer output for the RCA output in the system. We can also use the rear speakers as a subwoofer output to run a small subwoofer if you want to. So the rear speaker output can operate a small subwoofer. Here is where we change that rear speaker output to run a small sub. You can see it says rear right here, or full range right now, and if I touch that, it's grayed out. I can't get to it. So I need to switch the system off. I'm going to go out to my home screen here and choose to power off the system. You want to power it down? Yes. So when my illumination lights go out over here, the system is powered down. I'm going to touch the home button, and over here touch the gears, and back into my audio settings. Let's scroll down now until we find the speaker output. Now you can see it's available, and we can choose to switch the speaker output to subwoofer output. And again, this is the speaker level output that can run a small subwoofer if you want to. It has nothing to do with the RCA output. For right now, I'm going to leave that set up as my rear or full range output on my speakers. When you're done making your adjustments, you can hit the X to escape.